Imagine a world where you truly believed in your potential, not just sometimes, not just when things are easy, but always. What would that world look like? What would you accomplish? The truth is, everything is possible, but only if you believe it is. Belief is the foundation. It's the quiet inner voice that tells you to try again after failure, to push forward when the path is unclear, and to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow. It starts with understanding your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Why does this dream matter to you? When your purpose is clear, your belief becomes unshakable. It becomes the fuel that powers every action you take. Next comes mindset. Our minds are powerful. They can lift us to unimaginable heights or hold us back with doubt. When you cultivate a mindset of growth, when you see obstacles as lessons rather than limits, you begin to realize that the impossible is only impossible until you decide to tackle it. But belief without action is like a seed that never gets planted. Action turns belief into reality. Start small, take the first step and then the next. Every step reinforces your confidence, strengthens your skills, and brings your goal closer to reality. Look at those who have walked this path before you. Every great achievement started as a simple belief. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every story of triumph began with someone who dared to say, "I can." Let their example remind you, the limits you see are often the limits you set for yourself. So, the next time you doubt what's possible, remember this: your belief is your superpower. Nurture it, act on it, and never stop. Everything is possible if you believe in yourself. Understanding why you want to achieve something is the single most important step toward believing in yourself. Purpose is not just a lofty concept. It is the engine that drives motivation, resilience, and consistency. When you have a clear reason behind your actions, belief in yourself becomes natural because it is anchored in something deeper than fleeting ambition or external validation. The why represents your personal vision of success, the underlying reason that makes the struggle worthwhile, and the motivation that keeps you moving even when circumstances are challenging. Without a clear why, goals can feel hollow, efforts can feel meaningless, and setbacks can easily shake your confidence. But when your why is clear, it provides a point of reference, a compass that guides decisions, and a source of energy when self-doubt arises. The first step in identifying your why is introspection. You must ask yourself questions that go beyond surface-level desires. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Is it for recognition, financial gain, personal growth, or to make a difference in the lives of others? It is crucial to dig deeper because surface motivations often fade when obstacles appear, but deeper motivations anchor your belief in yourself. A compelling why is connected to your values, passions, and long-term vision. When your goal resonates with these elements, it becomes intrinsically motivating, meaning your drive does not depend on external validation, but stems from an internal alignment with what matters most to you. This intrinsic motivation is far more resilient than extrinsic rewards because it creates a sense of purpose that transcends temporary difficulties. Once you identify your why, the next challenge is to articulate it clearly. Simply knowing your reason internally is not enough. You need to make it tangible and specific so that it can serve as a guiding principle in your actions. A clearly articulated why functions as a filter for decisions and priorities. When faced with multiple options or competing demands, your why acts as a lens through which you evaluate the best path forward. It ensures that your actions are consistent and aligned with your purpose, which strengthens belief in yourself. Every decision that aligns with your why reinforces the narrative that you are capable, focused, and intentional. Over time, this reinforcement builds a habit of self-trust and self-efficacy, key components of confidence. Another important aspect of starting with why is that it creates resilience. Life is unpredictable, and the journey toward any meaningful goal is filled with setbacks, failures, and unforeseen challenges. When you are anchored by a clear why, these obstacles no longer feel insurmountable. Instead, They become challenges that are worth overcoming because they are part of the path toward fulfilling your purpose. People with a strong sense of why are less likely to abandon their goals in the face of adversity because they can continually reconnect with the deeper reason for their effort. This connection between purpose and perseverance is what differentiates those who succeed from those who give up. Believing in yourself in moments of difficulty is much easier when your why provides a steady foundation that cannot be shaken by temporary failures. Starting with why not only strengthens internal belief but also inspires others. When your actions are driven by a clear and authentic purpose, your confidence and commitment become visible to those around you. Others are naturally drawn to people who operate with clarity and conviction because purpose communicates certainty and direction. This social reinforcement can further strengthen your belief in yourself, because it creates an environment in which your efforts are recognized, supported, and validated. By aligning your actions with your why, you create a cycle of belief. Your purpose fuels your actions build confidence, and your confidence reinforces your commitment to your why. Starting with why allows you to measure progress in a meaningful way. Goals are not simply about the end result. They are about the process of growth and learning along the journey. When your why is clear, each step toward your goal can be evaluated against your purpose, making even small achievements significant. This perspective transforms ordinary efforts into purposeful actions and strengthens self-belief by demonstrating continuous growth and alignment with your deeper motivation. Over time, the consistent practice of acting in alignment with your why not only brings you closer to your goals, but also develops an internalized belief that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. The power of mindset is the foundation of self-belief and the driving force behind turning possibilities into realities. Mindset shapes how we perceive challenges, setbacks, and opportunities, and it directly affects our ability to act with confidence. A growth-oriented mindset allows individuals to view failures not as endpoints but as stepping stones to learning and improvement. When you embrace this perspective, mistakes are no longer sources of discouragement but valuable feedback that informs future decisions. Conversely, a fixed mindset convinces people that abilities and intelligence are static, creating fear of failure and reluctance to take risks. Believing in yourself is difficult if you perceive your skills and potential as unchangeable, because every obstacle then becomes proof of limitation rather than a chance to grow. Understanding the power of mindset means recognizing that your beliefs about yourself are not just thoughts. They shape your reality by influencing how you respond to challenges and how persistent you become in pursuit of goals. Mindset also determines how resilient you are when faced with adversity. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. Individuals with a strong, positive mindset can navigate difficulties without losing sight of their ultimate goals. They see obstacles as temporary and manageable rather than permanent and insurmountable. This perspective creates a sense of control and agency, reinforcing self-confidence and belief in one's ability to overcome challenges. The mental framing of difficulties as opportunities encourages proactive problem-solving and creativity, because the mind is free to explore solutions rather than being trapped in fear or negativity. A mindset that embraces learning from adversity not only strengthens self-belief but also develops skills, knowledge, and emotional intelligence, all of which further reinforce confidence over time. Developing a powerful mindset begins with self-awareness. Understanding your current thought patterns and recognizing negative or limiting beliefs is the first step toward change. Many people unknowingly internalize doubts or fears based on past experiences, societal expectations, or comparisons with others. By observing these thoughts without judgment, you can challenge and reframe them. Reframing involves consciously replacing self-limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I am not capable of achieving this," you train your mind to think, "I am learning and improving every day, and I can overcome challenges." This shift in thinking changes how you approach tasks, interact with opportunities, and ultimately how you perform. The mind's ability to rewire itself through conscious practice demonstrates that belief in yourself is not fixed, but something you can actively cultivate. Another essential element of mindset is optimism. Optimism does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges do not exist. It means maintaining a constructive perspective that focuses on solutions rather than problems. Optimistic individuals are more likely to take risks, try new approaches, and persist when faced with difficulties. Optimism fuels motivation because it strengthens the expectation that efforts will lead to positive outcomes. This expectation, in turn, reinforces belief in your own abilities. People with an optimistic mindset are not only more resilient, but also more innovative, because their minds remain open to possibilities rather than being clouded by fear of failure or negativity. Consistency in mindset practice is crucial for lasting impact. Like any skill, cultivating a growth-oriented, resilient, and optimistic mindset requires repeated effort. Daily habits such as self-reflection, affirmations, visualization, and surrounding yourself with supportive influences help reinforce positive mental patterns. Over time, these habits strengthen neural pathways associated with confidence, problem solving, and perseverance. When mindset becomes a natural, automatic part of thinking, belief in yourself becomes effortless and instinctive. You no longer rely solely on external validation or short-term motivation because your mental framework consistently supports self-trust and action. Mindset also affects how you interpret success and failure. People with a powerful mindset see success not just as the achievement of goals, but as the process of growth, learning, and consistent effort. Similarly, failures are viewed as temporary setbacks that provide critical information for improvement. This perspective reduces fear, increases courage, and allows individuals to take initiative without hesitation. Belief in yourself strengthens when you recognize that you are constantly growing and evolving, and that even apparent failures are integral to your journey. Mindset interacts with emotion and behavior in a reinforcing cycle. Positive, growth-oriented thoughts generate confidence and proactive behavior, which leads to achievements that reinforce the original belief. Conversely, negative or fixed thinking generates doubt, avoidance, and stagnation, creating a self-fulfilling cycle of underperformance. By consciously choosing to cultivate a powerful mindset, you create a cycle that continually strengthens belief in yourself, turning challenges into opportunities and potential into tangible results. Belief in yourself is the foundation, but without action, belief remains abstract and unrealized. Action is what transforms potential into tangible results, turning dreams into reality. Believing in yourself is not merely a mental exercise, it is a call to act consistently and deliberately toward your goals. The key principle is that action without belief may feel mechanical or uninspired, while belief without action remains theoretical. When belief and action align, each step you take reinforces your confidence, creating a feedback loop where success strengthens self-trust, and self-trust motivates further action. Understanding this connection is crucial for achieving meaningful goals. The first step in translating belief into action is breaking goals into manageable, concrete steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, causing hesitation or doubt even in individuals with strong self-belief. By dividing a goal into smaller, actionable tasks, you create a clear roadmap that allows consistent progress. Each small accomplishment demonstrates that belief is justified, reinforcing confidence in your abilities. These incremental successes provide evidence that what once seemed impossible is actually achievable. Small wins also create momentum, making it easier to tackle more significant challenges. This approach emphasizes that consistent action, even in small doses, has a cumulative effect that drives progress and solidifies belief in yourself. Consistency is another critical aspect of action backed by belief. Taking sporadic or half-hearted steps toward a goal will not produce meaningful results and may even undermine self-confidence. Consistent action demonstrates commitment, discipline, and determination. It shows that belief is not a fleeting emotion, but a sustained mindset that guides behavior over time. When you consistently act in alignment with your goals and values, you train your mind and body to expect achievement. Habits develop, routines strengthen, and confidence grows naturally as you witness your own capability to follow through. The compounding effect of consistent action is powerful, gradually converting effort into skill, experience, and measurable progress. Action backed by belief also requires courage and a willingness to step into uncertainty. The unknown can trigger fear and self-doubt, making it tempting to hesitate or avoid taking decisive steps. Belief in yourself allows you to confront uncertainty with confidence, knowing that you can learn and adapt along the way. Taking action in spite of fear strengthens resilience and builds a sense of mastery. Each courageous step provides proof that you are capable, which further reinforces belief. Over time, repeated experiences of overcoming uncertainty diminish fear, expand comfort zones, and increase the range of possibilities you feel capable of achieving. Reflection is a crucial complement to action. Acting without evaluating outcomes and learning from experiences limits growth and can lead to repeated mistakes. Reflection allows you to assess what worked, what didn't, and what can be improved. It provides insight into your own capabilities, strengthens problem-solving skills, and informs future action. When reflection is guided by belief, it is framed positively. Failures are analyzed as lessons rather than reasons for discouragement, and successes are celebrated as confirmation of potential. This reflective process ensures that action is purposeful, adaptive, and increasingly effective over time. Action backed by belief also involves taking responsibility. Belief in yourself includes recognizing that your outcomes are largely determined by your own efforts rather than external circumstances. While challenges and obstacles exist, the focus is on what you can control, your choices, effort, persistence, and response. Taking ownership empowers you to act decisively and with purpose. When you fully accept responsibility for your actions, you internalize the link between effort and results, reinforcing the belief that you can shape your reality. This sense of agency is critical for sustaining motivation and confidence in the long term. Collaboration and seeking guidance do not contradict action backed by belief. Instead, they enhance it. Belief in yourself does not require isolation, but a recognition of when to leverage resources, advice, or mentorship. Acting on your goals while incorporating feedback and learning from others demonstrates adaptive confidence. It ensures that your actions are informed and strategic rather than purely impulsive, and it increases the likelihood of success. Observing how others translate belief into action provides practical models that can be applied in your own journey, reinforcing both skill development and self-confidence. Action backed by belief is a process, not a single event. It requires patience, persistence, and trust in the journey. Immediate results may not always be visible, but each step taken with intention and belief contributes to progress. Over time, the accumulation of consistent, purposeful actions produces outcomes that validate your belief in yourself. This cycle of action and reinforcement transforms belief from abstract hope into lived experience, proving that everything is possible when belief is paired with deliberate action. Inspiration through example is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen belief in yourself and demonstrate that everything is possible. Observing the journey of others allows you to see abstract ideas become tangible achievements, showing that limits are often self-imposed rather than absolute. When you study individuals who have overcome challenges, innovated, or accomplished extraordinary goals, their stories provide proof that success is not reserved for a select few. It is accessible to anyone who is willing to believe and act. Examples of achievement give context to abstract principles like perseverance, discipline, and self-confidence, turning them from theoretical concepts into real life strategies that can be applied. By examining how others have navigated obstacles, made decisions, and remained committed to their purpose, you gain insight into practical approaches for your own life. This type of inspiration goes beyond motivation. It educates, models behavior, and offers a blueprint for turning belief into action. The first benefit of inspiration through example is the validation of possibility. Many people underestimate what they are capable of because they only see their own limitations or compare themselves to idealized versions of success. When you witness someone overcoming similar challenges, achieving similar goals, or rising from difficult circumstances, it challenges the notion of impossibility. You realize that external factors, fear, failure, or lack of experience, do not have to define your outcomes. Instead, deliberate action, persistence, and belief in oneself can shift potential into reality. Observing real-world examples confirms that your goals are achievable and that the obstacles you perceive are not permanent barriers but challenges to navigate strategically. Another key aspect of learning through example is understanding the process behind success. Many achievements appear effortless when observed superficially, but a closer look reveals consistent effort, experimentation, and resilience. Studying how others structured their approach, maintained their focus, and responded to setbacks provides insight into the practical steps necessary for progress. For example, observing a scientist who failed dozens of experiments before discovering a breakthrough, or an athlete who trained tirelessly to reach a championship, demonstrates the connection between persistence, learning, and eventual success. These lessons offer guidance on how to structure your own journey, reinforcing the idea that belief in yourself is strengthened through intentional, informed, and persistent action. Inspiration through example also highlights the role of mindset and attitude in overcoming adversity. Stories of individuals who faced failure, criticism, or doubt often emphasize their resilience and adaptability. They demonstrate that challenges are an inherent part of any meaningful pursuit, and that how one responds is what ultimately determines outcomes. When you see how others interpret setbacks as learning opportunities rather than permanent defeat, it reshapes your own mental framework. You begin to internalize the belief that obstacles are temporary and surmountable, which increases confidence in your own ability to navigate difficulties. The mental patterns modeled by successful individuals can be emulated, creating a roadmap for cultivating resilience and self-belief. Role models and examples also encourage innovation and creativity. Observing how others solved complex problems, approached goals from unconventional angles, or redefined what was possible expands your perception of what can be achieved. Their creativity acts as both a catalyst and a guide, showing that you are not limited to standard methods or conventional approaches. This perspective reinforces belief in your unique abilities and potential, because it demonstrates that there is more than one path to success and that your personal approach can also be effective. Learning from others' examples does not mean imitation. It is about adaptation, application, and drawing inspiration from proven strategies while remaining authentic to your own vision. Inspiration, through example, strengthens motivation and persistence. When pursuing challenging goals, belief can waver and fatigue or doubt may arise. Studying the journeys of others provides tangible benchmarks and reminders that sustained effort produces results. Real-world examples serve as proof that perseverance is rewarded, and that commitment to one's goals is a defining characteristic of success. They also normalize failure as part of the process, reducing fear and creating confidence that challenges can be overcome. This combination of motivation, evidence, and strategy reinforces belief in yourself in a powerful, ongoing way. Sharing examples and drawing inspiration from others creates a ripple effect. As you witness, internalize, and apply the lessons from others' experiences, you not only strengthen your own belief, but also become a source of inspiration for those around you. This communal learning reinforces the idea that achievement is possible for anyone willing to believe and act. The stories of others serve as both guide and proof, demonstrating that limits are often mental constructs, and that belief in oneself, combined with action and resilience, can turn the seemingly impossible into reality.